How often when somebody asks you, how was your day? Or how are you doing today? Do you really think about how you are doing, how you are feeling, how your day was? We're so accustomed to saying that we had a good day without even thinking about it most of the time. There's actually a lot of beauty in being sad, just as there is in being joyful and being in bliss. If you accept the downs, if you embrace them, you can actually learn a lot from them. When I get through this down, I'm going to have discovered so much more awareness and just ability to be in the present. So there's nothing wrong with having a bad day. Nothing wrong with telling someone you had a bad day. It's actually quite normal and should be acceptable. So next time somebody asks you, how was your day? Take a second to think about it. Is this a tangerine? A clementine? A clemarine? A tangelamine? Sounds about right. Tangematine. Hey, I don't know. I think I'm getting good at this. Alright, anyways, in this video, I just want to say there was no real structure behind this. I feel like I said that in multiple videos before. Anywho, there was no real structure behind this. I just had an idea when I woke up, and so I thought, let me get in front of the camera and just speak. And so I did that. Now, the one part of this video that did have some planning behind it was the section where you see me read to you something that I wrote. So that's about the only part where I really had something planned. The ideas may be kind of all over the place, I don't know, but I truly think that if you watch the video all the way through, you can definitely pull out of it some valuable things that you can take with you and apply in your life. So, yeah, do what you will with it. Enjoy. Good morning, people. Today, I'm going to be talking about why it is okay to have a bad day. Now, the reason I say bad is because good and bad is really our perception. So, if you can really find good or bad in any moment, it's really up to you. So, getting straight into it, I want to talk about what led me to thinking about this. So, lately, I got a new job, and part of what I do for my job is being a cashier. And now I've definitely thought about this at other times in my life, but having this job really made me think about it more. I think because of the constant interactions with people. So constantly I'm saying, how you doing today, sir? How you doing today, ma'am? Or whatever. Good. How are you? I'm like, I'm good, thank you for asking. And it made me think about how we're so accustomed to saying that we had a good day without even thinking about it most of the time. How often when somebody asks you, how was your day? Or how are you doing today? Do you really think about how you are doing, how you are feeling, how your day was? Because I can tell you that me, often I don't think about how my day was, how my day is going, how I'm feeling when somebody asks me that question. Especially when it's just someone that I've never met in my life. And so, yeah, I feel like that our natural response is, oh, I'm good, I'm doing quite well, I'm doing even if sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm doing wonderful, but I won't even really think about whether or not I'm doing wonderful. I think, of course, that there's reasons for this. And I think that has to do with social standards. I feel like we're like, there's something like against having a bad day or negative emotions. You know, like, you're supposed to always be good, and if you're not good, then that's not good. You know, it's like if you're having a bad day, then something's wrong. I used to, even myself, when I would feel bad, when I would feel sad, when I wasn't having a good day, I would try to kind of like suppress it and be like, no, I'm good, you know, and think about the good stuff and think about why I should be grateful and all of that. But what I've learned these past few months is that there's nothing wrong with having a bad day. There's nothing wrong with being sad. There's actually a lot of beauty in being sad, just as there is in being joyful and being in bliss. But yeah, as I said, I feel like in society we're inclined to say we had a good day because it's kind of frowned upon to have a bad day, or at least that's what we tend to think. And so yeah, there's a lot of beauty in having a bad day. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? In life there's ups and downs, and you know, it has to be a balance. The downs are just as important as the ups, and if you accept the downs, if you embrace them, you can actually learn a lot from them, and it can make the ups a lot more enjoyable. You can be much more aware when you have those ups. I was just thinking yesterday, I was talking to someone, telling them how lately I don't know, I've been feeling weird. And what it came down to is I realized, like, I guess, like, I just feel like I haven't been in tune with myself. And then I said right after, I came to the realization, I said, you know what, I'm really glad that I'm going through whatever I'm going through right now. Because I know that, you know, obviously, or not obviously, but I know that I'm going to keep pushing through this. I'm going to keep trying my best. I'm not going to give up. And when I get through this down, the up is going to feel so much better. After I get through this down, I'm going to have discovered so much more awareness and just ability to be in the present. So there's nothing wrong with having a bad day. There's nothing wrong with telling someone you had a bad day. It's actually quite normal and should be acceptable. So next time somebody asks you, how was your day? Take a second to think about it. There's no rush. And what I would say is, don't worry about what they might think, or what the person at the next register might think if they overhear you. Worry about telling the truth, not about what people will think of you. This next part is meant to show you how you can make use of what you may consider a bad day. For what I'm about to say, I'm not going to be able to look at the camera too much because I'm going to be reading you something that I wrote earlier. I'm not going to say anything about what I'm about to read. I'm just going to read it. So here it is. Having a bad day does not need to be seen in a negative light. I think that most of us believe that the word bad entails that something is of no use. For example, a fruit that has gone bad cannot be eaten, so it appears to be of no use. But this fruit that has gone bad is actually still of use, because this fruit can be decomposed into soil that can be used to naturally fertilize another fruit that is still growing. A bad day is just the same. Although you may have experienced struggles and pain today and because of this was not able to use this day to get something done, you can take those struggle-filled moments as lessons and new learning experiences and use them to grow. Now, this bad day has just as much opportunity for use as a good day would. Hey, whoa, turn me up, what's up? I got one thing to say. Keep working.